In the American southern metropolis of Houston, we find ourselves immersed in the captivating narrative of a distinguished Strathmore alumnus.
I'm Deepak Bedi here in Houston, Texas, and I'm a partially retired radiologist, originally from Nairobi, from Kenya. Been living here for almost 45 years.
Dr. Bedi, a luminary in the field of radiology, has been working in one of the top cancer care centers in the world, the University of Texas MD Anderson Cancer Center. However, his journey of personal transformation commenced in the late 1960s at Kenya's inaugural multiracial educational institution, Strathmore School.
I think where I am today is largely the result, a turning point, if you will, of having been to Strathmore. I was at Strathmore, then called Strathmore College, 1969 and 70, much smaller than the Strathmore University of today. The teachers and the other people that I encountered at Strathmore, including colleagues, were of such a high caliber that I felt that we had to not just perform at a higher level, but I had to change my thinking in many ways. And I think that was a turning point, changed me for life. I found such a high degree of not just intellectual performance, but thinking and questioning that set me up for life, professionally as well as personally.
Dr. Bedi recently hosted Strathmore University Vice-Chancellor Dr. Ogutu at his residence, bringing together a diverse assembly of Kenyans and other professionals. The gathering aimed to facilitate engaging discussions on enhancing education in Kenya and exploring potential collaborations with Strathmore.
I initially started thinking that I would like to get Strathmore alumni together here for this gathering. There aren't enough of them in the Houston area. And then my thinking changed and morphed into that there are a lot of Kenyans here though. And there are other people in the arena of education. So I wanted them to be here and to meet the Vice-Chancellor and offer some of our ideas.
Furthermore, in alignment with Strathmore's initiative to establish a medical school, Dr. Bedi introduced the Vice-Chancellor to the Dean of the School of Medicine at the University of Houston, providing valuable support for the endeavor.
I am personally interested in seeing Strathmore University develop in the health sciences, which I think is the one arena that is still to be developed. I understand that it's in their plans, but still away from being fulfilled. I think there are people here, doctors, dentists, who are willing to give their time. And I think that the history of Strathmore is such that whenever Strathmore does something, it does it really well. This is a clown at a circus, my impression of that. This is just an exercise in design. Okay, and this is my impression of what pain means. This is a nerve, and there's a break in a nerve, and there's a fire here.
But Dr. Bedi's story doesn't end there. In the tapestry of his partially retired life, he weaves vibrant threads of creativity, drawing, poetry, and other artistic ventures.
Not sure I can call it a passion. I think I've just fallen into it. I like playing with colors. I have also a collection of short stories that I've written about my days growing up in Kenya, when I was younger, about my father's days, how he came to Kenya in the early 1900s.
His dream? To share the fruits of his creative labor with the world. Driven by a passion to make a lasting impact, he aspires to sell his creations, directing the proceeds into an endowment fund for scholarships.
The phrase giving back is used so loosely and easily in the US, and I don't quite look at it like that. I think it's not just a debt that I'm paying. I think that there are students there at Strathmore who are so bright but because of their individual circumstances, their family circumstances, they may never have the opportunity. Strathmore was a place that gave me that opportunity. I think that if you give to one student and you change the trajectory of their lives, it changes the whole family for generations. It's not just that one person's professional life. That one person is going to go on and change their family and several generations to come. That is the reason we started that at the Strathmore School more than 25 years ago. We'd like to be part of a change, and that change has to start with individuals.